Hey, what's up DIYers, Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. In today's video, we're talking furnaces, and we're going to show you how to properly and safely clean your flame sensor that's inside your furnace. Let's get started. Step one, safety first. Go ahead and turn off your wall-mounted thermostat. All right, DIYers, downstairs in the utility room, and here is our furnace right here. Bryant brand. Yours may be or look slightly different. On the right-hand side, you have a switch. Make sure you turn that off. Your cover panel may be different. We've got this long screw that feeds in and secures the panel to the furnace. Unscrew this. Once that's released, carefully shift your cover panel up and off your furnace. Set that aside. And I've got a little flashlight right here. I'm going to turn that on. And now we have access to a lot of internal parts of your furnace. And in this video, we're going to direct our attention to that little flame sensor right there. You've got an electrical connection point. We'll leave that alone for now. And inside there, you have a 1/4-inch screw. Go ahead and unscrew that. And by doing that, you can carefully shift your flame sensor out of where it secures itself to. Again, a 1/4-inch screw way in there. I've got an extension, small socket, and ratchet. And as you loosen this screw, just do your best not to harm any additional parts or wiring. And do your best not to drop that small little screw when it comes out of the securing plate inside there. And it looks like it's out. What I will do now is carefully grab the sensor, and it's in there in a pretty awkward position, but you just carefully maneuver it and pull it right out. From here, we will carefully remove the sensor from the electrical connection. Before I do that, I'll grab that screw. You do not want to lose that. What I recommend when removing the electrical connection, grab just below this aluminum plate right here and carefully wiggle the electrical connection point off, just like that. Grab a steel brush as shown here. Hold the sensor in a manner where you're not going to damage it as you clean it with the steel brush, and just carefully spend a couple minutes and clean this entire sensor right here. And again, get all that oxidation, corrosion. You may have soot on it. By getting all of that off, you're doing your best to return this sensor back to very close to brand new. In our case right now, ours is pretty clean. If yours is shutting your furnace down, chances are you will have a very dirty sensor. And with that said, after spending a couple minutes and cleaning it, now it is time to reconnect it to the electrical connection and reinsert it and secure it to the furnace. At this point, I've got the sensor reconnected to the electrical connection point. I went ahead and inserted the screw, and that makes it easier as you insert this in that hole at a slant. Just carefully position it and slide it all the way back, and do your best to get that screw lined up with the hole as shown right there. And once you get that screw lined up with the hole, go ahead and screw it in and secure it. Do your best not to over tighten it because it is aluminum. You do not want to strip it. And again, you want it pretty snug, but you do not want to over tighten it. And verify you're not leaving any tools or parts behind. And one last thing prior to turning the furnace and system back on, you got a little protector too that protects your wiring to make sure this is properly placed in position to protect your wire. I will turn this switch back on, head back upstairs, and turn the heat on at the wall-mounted thermostat. Back upstairs at the thermostat, carefully shift that tab back to heat. Let's go back downstairs to the furnace room. Back downstairs, we're looking for 3 things. Number 1, that little tab right in there, that is going to heat up and glow, and your gas will be introduced, and as your gas passes that, it will light the flame, and you will see all these burner tubes or chambers light up. And from here, we want to verify that the flame sensor does not shut the system down, because if it does, again, you may not have cleaned it good enough, or your entire flame sensor is faulty and needs to be replaced. And there it is turning on. The blower down below is up and running. Our inducer should start spinning here shortly. All right, as you just saw, our inducer motor turned on, our fan is now spinning, and the ignition system should start here shortly. Again, that tab should heat up and begin glowing, and that gas is going to pass over it and ignite all of your tubes. There it goes. Now we patiently wait for it to reach a certain temperature that it ignites the gas. And there it is. From down here, that sensor that we just cleaned is inside that flame down there, and right now it is providing that microamperage electrical output and sending it electronically down to your control board. And if it is outside of its limits or not creating that microamp output, it will shut the system completely down, and that will happen pretty quick, within about 10 to 15 seconds. So right now everything looks good. Hopefully this helps DIYers from here. Do us a favor, below the video you'll see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We would really appreciate it. And one more thing, for your convenience, we will have a step-by-step video on how to replace your old flame sensor with a brand new flame sensor, and that video is scrolling above. Definitely check it out.